Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Doing a little video tonight. Thought I'd bring you up to date on what's going on here. I'm in the shop tonight. We are getting a clutch put in this tractor. This is a Massey Ferguson 698. Some people might say, well, that looks a little kind of different from the Massey Fergusons we're used to around here. Well, this is the Italian version. But anyway, so we're putting a clutch in it. This will be the third clutch that's been put in since we've owned it. This is my brother's tractor. So, this clutch that we're replacing now is only 2 years old. And let me see if I can get in here and kind of explain what's going on here. And this is our engine stand. Built that from scrap metal, by the way. But anyway, we're thinking the splines on that run the pressure plate got rusted, and it wasn't allowing the pressure plate to release, and so the pressure plate always had tension on it, kind of like riding your clutch, and so that put a lot of wear on the pressure plate and the clutch disc. Let me show you the clutch disc. So this is the pressure plate side. As you can see, there is, it took it right down to the metal. And that's the flywheel side. That thing still had a lot of good clutch disc on it. Now, I've seen worse, obviously. And this is the pressure plate. Just wore that thing right down, took big deep grooves out of it. So that's what we suspect happened to this. So my recommendation is, if you're doing a clutch job, always wire wheel your splines off. Make sure you have a good throwout bearing on there, brand new. If you're going to split it apart, put a brand new throwout bearing on there, and a good quality one, not an aftermarket one. And when you go to put it back together, put some graphite on these spines. That's going to go a long way. So we actually got lucky with this. On the flywheel side of it, there's a little discoloration, but there's no deep grooves in it. So we don't have to turn the flywheel. So we're going to put it back together with a brand new clutch, brand new pressure plate, straight from Agco, Massey Ferguson. So this tractor does have a loader that's attached to it when it's all assembled. These are the loader attachments attached to the frame. They're kind of they're a pig to take off, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, there it is. That's what we're doing. That's what I'm doing in the shop tonight. My brother's gonna come down here and we're gonna get started after this. Get it put back together. In the meantime, I have a row unit off the New Holland combine, the TR96, and we're pretty close to getting started with corn. And I'm replacing the gearbox, the gear in the gearbox. This went out last year. just at the end of the year, that gear's still good. I just haven't cleaned the grease off of it, so. But this gear right here sets in under there. That gear there comes up to the top. That didn't work so good, but anyway. That gear runs this sprocket. This gear sets underneath. This gear sets underneath. They mesh together. That turns this sprocket, which sets right here. This sprocket runs your gathering chain. Rolls around, runs your gathering chain. So at the end of last year, this gear, the gear itself didn't actually go out. It still had some fairly good teeth on it. What happened is this bearing right there, supposed to be a bearing there, and there is a bearing, but the bearing sets in here, and there's a snap ring that sets in this groove, holds the bearing in, and this gear, let's see if I can get in there. I think my pentapower is in the way. Well, that gear sets, yeah, there we go. That gear sets against the bearing, and that's what holds it up against the other gear to make the mesh. Well, when that snap ring came out of the housing there, that bearing floated out to the outside and let this bearing, or let this gear, pardon me, move away from the gear. So it quit turning. So anyway, this gear from New Holland, brand new, cost me $148 to bring in. This setup here, which that gear runs to turn your gathering chain, is $388. I can't even imagine if I had to do 16 of those. If I was rebuilding the corn head, it would be 16 total units. That would be an enormous amount of money. So what I've got here is I got the replacement parts. I got new bearings. I'm going to replace all bearings. I'm going to take this one apart, redo it. I got new bearings going here. I got new bearings on the ends. I got this new gear. And yeah, there was another thing. A bunch of these little shims, so you can shim the gears together and get the proper mesh. So I've got them. This is my shim kit. We go from 1/1000 to 35/1000 thick, different sizes. And anybody that works on equipment and tries to do gears and do proper mesh, they all know what this is. Every guy needs to have one of these. So anyway, that's what I'm up to tonight. I'm gonna get the row unit put back together on the corn head. We're gonna get this girl put back together with a new clutch. And then hopefully in the next couple weeks, we've had a lot of rain here lately, so it's kind of put harvest on hold. But in the next couple weeks, I hope we can get out and start doing some harvesting. And I'll take you out here and show you, in case you guys don't know, what a row unit on a corn head is. Yeah, she's missing a tooth. So that's your row unit where you pick and husk your corn. And Oh, the lighting's not gonna work for me. Your corn goes in here, snaps it off. That's one unit. And this is the unit I'm working on, which is missing. Obviously, I'm working on it in the shop, so. But there it is. That's what I've been up to lately, and I hope you guys hang around and keep watching the channel. I hope to get some good corn harvest footage. Looks like we're gonna have pretty good yields this year, better than last year and the previous years, so. Anyway, there it is. Thanks for watching.